not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Holla at your boy. You know what it is. Big Vern here on a Friday morning, chilly Friday here in the Midwest. Just joining us top of the hour. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It goes a long way, helps the channel. We appreciate it. Our first segment, we talked about Josh Allen. He won a fraudulent MVP award. Why the NFL has done something they've never done in the last 38 years, where the person who wins the all-pro vote running away with that is the automatic MVP. It only makes sense. So from there, we're going to go ahead and pivot, staying in the National Football League, state-sponsored TV, because they had their little NFL honors, whatever, award show. And it got me to thinking, Eli Manning was left off the Hall of Fame, like a first ballot. And I'm sitting here to my face, I'm like, wait a minute, what's up with all of the Eli hate? Honestly, what's wrong with all of this Eli hate? Now, Will Bronson out of CBS Sports, he had the only palpable article that I could read and digest and even stomach. But again, the state-sponsored TV, the NFL Network, and the Lackey Central headquarters and the chief bootlicker in charge, Mr. Rich Eisen, those were my words. Those were not Will Bronson's words. Only I can articulate my disgust with that organization. But as the head bootlicker in charge, Rich Eisen, he left off the Hall of Fame inductees, and Eli's name was missing. And that's too much disrespect for a two-time Super Bowl winner. I just don't know what all Eli Manning has to do for people to give him his props. He got his rings off Tom Brady and the insane Patriots, that team with Randy Moss that was going undefeated, shattering records and breaking everybody's back on their way to a Super Bowl. He got his MVP. He got his actual Super Bowl off that team. That was his first Super Bowl. And then he beat him again. So when it mattered the most and winning time came around, Eli Manning was able to he was able to beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots when it mattered the most. And that guy's disrespected as a two-time Super Bowl MVP winner. Give me a quick 20, because we need to take a rap break. I'm serious. We got to take a rap break. And when we get back on the other side of the break, we'll talk about the other things that went on in that night. This is Big Vern. Now, bam, 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 bam. It's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know how we do. Promoting the new rap album, The Mussolini, True Player in the Game, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is True Game, Her and Her. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Feels Better, Fly With Me featuring Jimmy Waters, and many more. The Mussolini, True to the Game, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to the Moose. I like the Moose. Moose doing the most. But again, when we last left off before the break, I told you that this was just a whole lot going on. Now, the eggheads in the numbers brigade, they will make the case for him not getting into the Hall of Fame, saying that Eli Manning never led the NFL in a single regular season stat category, other than interceptions, when he led the league 3 different times. 20 picks in 2007, 25 in 2010, and 27 in 2013. He completed just a hair over 60% of his 8,119 passing attempts over the course of his career and averaged a very pedestrian 3,564 yards per season, along with a very meh average of just 23 touchdowns and 15 interceptions per season. Stop it. Because you all are very consistent at being inconsistent. Stop it. You all are very inconsistent at being inconsistent, because here it is. You all just robbed Lamar Jackson of an MVP in the same night. That's what made this comedy relief. You all just use these same numbers to vilify this man and keep him out of the Hall of Fame, but then you don't even look at the numbers and rob a guy of an NFL MVP award that he led the league in the regular season and in the playoffs. Playoffs? Again, that's why you have to hold these people accountable. It's a reason they put on their own award shows. It's a reason they had their own thing going, because they don't want to be held to be accountable for making the most idiotic decisions, and you can never get a straight answer on why this guy isn't here and why that guy isn't there. Now, saying all of that, the NFL is full of shit. Like, we're not gonna act like we didn't see Brett Favre out there throwing interception after interception after. Come on now, bro. Come on now. We're not gonna act like we ain't see that on a weekly basis. It's like these people, they move the goalpost every time to uplift who they want, and then they give you the numbers to keep people back who they want to suppress. And I don't do that. I'm just asking questions. That's why it's hard for people to come in these comments and be like, hey, I don't understand it, but I'm always right. When you do your research and you go back and you look at it, it's like, damn, he's right. Yeah, I'm right, because I do this, bro. The whole condescending completion rate thing, that's just disgusting. And you can see why athletes fall out with CBS reporters all the time, because of things they say that are very disrespectful, a la Coach Prime and CBS Sports. Wrong is wrong. You don't need to play this both sides thing. Everybody can understand Eli Manning won games without household names. Let me say that again. Eli Manning won games without household names. Go look at that roster and you tell me who was a superstar. This man was forced to win games with Tiki Barber, Mr. Fumbleitis himself. How long did David Tyree last in the NFL? How'd Mario Manningham's career turn out? Those were his weapons. Brandon Jacobs. How long did that train stay on the tracks? Those were his weapons. And the fact that that man had to go out there and play 15 weeks, because that was the season then, 15 weeks. You had to play 15 weeks with those guys and still turn out those results. I think that's enough to get him into the Hall of Fame. I think that's enough to get him there. However, let's get on the other side of the content when we come back from a quick rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Bam, 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 bam. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We promoting another rap album this month, Mac Miller, Balloonerism, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is $5 Pony Rides, Friendly Hallucinations. Friendly Hallucinations is dope. That's a really good song. Excisors, and then Mannequins. Mac Miller, Balloonerism, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Mac Miller. I like it. I thought it was dope. Make sure you go check it out. Rest in peace to him. Peace to his family. So When we got off the last break, I was telling you it was enough for Eli to get into the Hall of Fame. Now, that man's playoff career is 8-3 with 2,815 yards, 18 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, with 2 Super Bowl rings to his credit, beating the legendary Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Somehow, that's not enough to get into Canton. Interesting. Yep. Now, the only thing that I can think of why he did not go in first ballot is that this was the old guard flexing their muscle. Because remember, when he got drafted in 2004, Archie Manning and Peyton Manning, along with Eli, had a united front when he was drafted by then the San Diego Chargers. They told them on live TV, he is not going to play for you. They made that a thing, and it forced them to scramble and make a trade that would send Eli to New York. That happened in real time. And that's the only thing that I can think of is the old guard coming back, flexing their muscle, and trying to get some sort of retribution against Eli Manning. And I know the cuckold Rich Eisen, he can't go ahead and commit to anything, and he's not going to have the balls or the courage to come out and ask, hey, look, why did this guy get in? That's not his job. His job is to sit there and with his knees bent and his head bowed and his tail tucked with his hat in his hand and take whatever they tell him to. Again, it's like I always say, the biggest marks in the world are football fans. They feed us anything and they figure that we'll just fall in line, lock, stock, and barrel. But today ain't one of them days, buddy. Today ain't one of them days. If you can defend this man not getting into the Hall of Fame, get in the comments, let me know. Is Eli Manning the most disrespected 2-time Super Bowl champion?